Hey guys, welcome back to Black Lotus Gaming. So I've been seeing this trend lately where people will try to make their own kind of precons and kind of putting it as a budget deck, but then calling it a precon, which is kind of cool. And I kind of, I wanted to get my fair share and I wanted to try one, except for I didn't really want to do budget because I'm not good at doing budget decks. So I decided to do just an optimized deck, but what if it was like a precon? But it was actually like a functional deck because most precons aren't very good. I said most because there's some very well exceptions, but I want to make it optimized. And then there's also I made a secondary that has 10 more cards switched out. That's like super optimized, and they are gonna. It's basically gonna be all the cards you would ever want in it. Really, this is my deck list. I play with this deck all the time, and then the super optimized one is the one what I hope to get it to eventually. And so we're gonna be doing a ton of because this deck is for Gishath's Avatar. We're gonna do a ton of cheating out dinosaurs, some top deck manipulation, some counters, a ton of ramp, and obviously just smacking people with big dinosaurs. Because that sounds fun. And so yeah, if that sounds fun to you, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So if you're not aware, Gishath's Avatar reads, whenever you deal combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from top of your library, put any number of dinosaur creature cards from among them onto the battlefield under your control, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And which is really cool because I love cheating out creatures. It's one of the things I love doing the most. And also I love dinosaurs. There's so much support for this deck. Really, you have so much to choose from. It's in Naya, so red, white, and green. Additionally, you're going to have so much access to whatever. And it's also one of the most popular commander decks. And so if you're going to want to build this commander deck, it's going to cost you about $700. But then if you want all of the best treatments and all of the super optimized best land base, it's going to be around $6,000 for what I hope to get my deck to. That's the optimized one, which is pretty crazy, but it's worth it. So we're going to get into the kind of details of this deck. Starting off, of course, we're going to need a land base because we need lands to be able to produce mana. We're going to have some, I love utility lands, so we're going to have about, I don't know, I would say 15, 16, I'm not really sure. We're going to have Cavern of Souls, 3-Tree City, great mana fixers, creature specific, because we're playing tribal. Kessig's Wolf Run to be able to pump up Gishath, Jungle Shrine, Path of Ancestry, Command Tower. Rogue's Passageway is so important in this deck, helping us make Gishath unblockable and making sure we always get our triggers. Secluded Courtyard, Unclaimed Territory, a lot of mana fixers, Game Trail, Canopy Vista, Restless Ridgeline is really for fun. Cliff Top Retreat and Exotic Orchard are really fun ones. Additionally, because it didn't fit on the page, we have Temple of False God, really great for mana and being a good late game kind of card. And additionally, we do need plains and not plains, basic lands, and I've chosen the Jurassic World ones. We're going to need 7 plains, 5 mountains, and 7 forests. Also, feel free to change this deck to how you like it. This is just my deck right now. And additionally, I don't play too much removal because I don't really like blue. But, I mean, this isn't blue. But it's just not my favorite. But I do have 2 in here, Chaos Warp and Get Lost, because they're fun. Those are some more fun ones. Because Chaos Warp, at least, if you can take away something for someone, but then they can also get something cool back. And you really never know what's going to happen. And that's really fun. Additionally, we do have some removal on dinosaurs, such as Zakama and Threshing Brontoton to help us get rid of enchantments and artifacts, and Zakama will get rid of creatures sometimes. Also, Apex Altasaur to fight creatures and basically kill anything on the board. A couple things. And, of course, we're going to need a ton of ramp. This deck needs ramp. It runs on ramp. I don't play too much what's the word, mana rock ramp, which is probably a mistake, and we're gonna find out. But I think it's okay. I do play Soul Ring, of course. Birds of Paradise is really fun. Cultivate and Smothering Tithe are great. Just staples. Thunderherd Migration is more for fun. It's not very optimal, but it's really cool. Farseek and Harrow are really good at searching for lands. Additionally, and we do have some ramp stapled to dinosaurs, such as Wayward Swordtooth, letting us get an extra land, which is just always good. And alone, he's just a good 5/5. And Topiary Stomper, additionally, is pretty good, except for the fact that he can't attack or block. If you don't have 7 or more lands, which usually in this deck is not a problem. Because you're going to have bigger creatures you're going to be able to attack with, or you're always going to have 7 lands or something. But either way, he searches for a land when he enters, which is really cool. And additionally, the not so good part is we are going to need a couple of board wipes. I mean, I wouldn't want to say a couple, but one of them is Star of Extinction. I would switch it out for Blasphemous Act if you're looking for optimal play. But I kind of like this one for its, its theme, it fits really well with the theme. Additionally, Waking Sun's Avatar is really good. It'll help you to wipe, all the creatures off, non-dinosaur creatures, kind of an asymmetrical board wipe, if you can pull it off. If not, it's a great 7/7 to hit off the top, with Gishath. And then, we're also going to need a ton of protection, another thing, because Gishath tends to die a lot, and if you're playing Gishath, I know at least in my pod, I'm the target a lot, so we're going to need Swift Flip Boots to protect Gishath, along with Sword of Fire and Ice, Whisper Silk Cloak to let him hit, and have protection, Teferi's protection for us. Surge of Salvation is a really good, underrated card. Comeuppance, Fog, and additionally, we have Chroma's Will, which is a great protection and also a great finisher. Another good finishers, besides just smacking people with dinosaurs, is Return of the Wild Speaker, which you can either use as draw, or you can use it to finally bump them up and end it. Or Overlying Stampede is one of my favorite ways to end it, because you can pump it up so high. If you have Galta or something, you can pump it up 12, and all your stuff gets plus 12, and that's really fun. Another one way we can end this is we have one infinite combo in here. We have the Marauding Raptors x Polyraptor combo. How this works is Marauding Raptor needs to be on the board. Polyraptor enters. Marauding Raptor deals a damage to him. He creates a token of Polyraptor. That one gets damaged, and so on and so forth. You essentially have infinite, and Marauding Raptor is at infinite 3. So that's always fun. And then, additionally, we are going to have a ton of triggers in this deck. This deck is not for new players. It's really confusing. I build confusing decks because I can handle them sometimes. But we're going to need a lot of trigger doubles because Gishath loves to be doubled. And so we have things like Annie Joins Up. Strionic Resonator and Roaming Throne is one of my favorite cards in this deck. Not my opponent's favorite card, but definitely my favorite, one of my favorite cards in this deck. And we are going to need some +1/+1 counters to help us grow Gishath. Things such as Coat of Arms is really great, but do remind you, have caution because it can pump up your opponent's creatures. Forgotten Ancient is really fun because you get a ton of counters and you can pump up Gishath just for people doing stuff. And Railway Brawler is really great, not just for Gishath, but for everyone to be able to get pumped up. And also just a really great include, and not one that I see play too much in. And we are going to have some miscellaneous stuff, some things that I just couldn't find the right category for. We do have a lot of creature reduction costs that could have been a category on its own, but I didn't. So we have Otepic Huntmaster, Kinchali's Collar, Knight of the Stampede, Goreclaw, and then we also have some random stuff such as Evasion of Ikoria, which is so good because you get to search for a creature, put it on the battlefield, and then you also, on the backside, it also makes your stuff basically unblockable, which is really great. Heart of Spring. I didn't really consider this ramp, but I guess it can be used as ramp. Huatli, Poet of Unity, is great all around, does a ton of random stuff. Rishkar's Expertise is great draw. Scroll Rack is great draw and to be able to put stuff on top. Garrick's Uprising is good draw again, because this deck lacks draw, because it's not blue. And Descendant's Path is great to be able to just let us get free dinosaurs, and who doesn't want to do that? That's what this deck's all about. Additionally, we're going to need dinosaurs. If you didn't guess, we're going to want dinosaurs in this deck. And boy, there's a lot of dinosaurs. I'm pretty sure there's 29. And so I'm just going to read them out real quick. I'm not going to say what they are or what they do, but you can pause and look at it. There's Polyraptor, Apex Allosaur, Regal Behemoth, Zakama, Wayward Swordtooth, Ravenous, Tyrannosaurus, Topiary Stomper, Thrashing Brontodon, Marauding Raptor, Zetafla, Waking Sun's Avatar, Verdant Sun's Avatar, Voltborn Tyrant, Temple Allosaur, Sunfrill Imitator, Regisaur Alpha, Panthlaza, Ranging Raptors, Kijali's Sunsway, Hunting Velociraptor, a great one. Goring Ceratops, another great one. Ripjaw Raptor, Galta, Stampede Tyrant, Galta Maverin, Dinosaur and Spaceship, Curious Allosaur, and Bonehard Dracosaur. That's all the dinosaurs for this deck. We have so many dinosaurs, but rightfully so, because you should. Additionally, these are the tokens we're going to need. We're going to need, I wish it was 10, but it's not. It's actually 11. But, I mean, I guess if it's a precon that's this expensive, you can have a one extra token if Wizard of the Coast would allow it. Yeah. So we're going to need copy tokens, Dinosaur, and those are all different. The Monarch, Map, Vampire, Treasure, another Dinosaur, and the City's Blessing for all of our tokens. You can see those on the screen, or I will have a deck list link below for both of the decks. Additionally, speaking of both of the decks, we have the upgrade for the deck. This is really what I hope to get it to eventually. It's just what I had. The other deck is just what I have right now. So this is swapping out 10 cards, I believe. And this deck list will be linked below too. We're going to be adding things such as Welcome to Jurassic Park, Taiga, Sylvan Tutor, so that we can put random stuff on top. Say if we were Battle Swing Gishath, but then we put a Galta on top so that we could get a free Galta for 1 mana. That's really cool. And then, yeah, we have things like Savannah, Prismatic Vista. This is really like a land-based upgrade, kind of. And then Plateau, Jetmir's Garden, and Gai's Cradle is taking up most of the price in this deck. Besiege You, and then Tally, Primal Conqueror. So the reason this is so expensive, why it's $6,000 compared to $700, is because I chose all of my favorite arts and styles. I call it blinging it out. That's my goal. I want to completely make this deck as stylish as possible and just enjoy playing. Even if you're not winning, if you draw, you're just going to be happy with how the card looks, because I love art on cards, and that's one of the most fun things to me. Not just playing it, but also looking at the art and the stories. That's why you'll see a lot of borderless stuff, and that's why this deck is one of my favorite, is there's so much support, which means there's so much alternate arts, and that's really why I love it. So this deck works amazing. Obviously, though, you're going to be super targeted if you play it, but just beware. If you want to be the target, then play this deck. If you would rather not, then it's really up to you. Maybe just don't tell people what's in it, because this is kind of a more optimized deck. It's not really for casual. I play it casual, but I play more optimized casual. This is one of my best decks, and one of my most powerful. So yeah, really, other than that, if you would like to build the normal version, it's going to be about $700 according to Architect. And if you're trying to build the normal one, it's going to be about $6,000. And it's a pretty salty deck. Additionally, the normal one has about 46.37 salt points, and the salt sum for the ultimate one is 51.59, coming in pretty high, pretty above average. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. I really appreciate you guys watching. I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded for a bit. I've been busy making this video. It's taking me a bit, making all the slides and stuff. But yeah, thanks for everyone that's watching. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next time.